Intermolecular forces are forces between molecules. It is important not to confuse these with intramolecular forces, which are forces in between the atoms. There are three types of intermolecular forces: dispersion forces, dipole-dipole forces, and hydrogen bonding forces. We will not be focusing on dispersion forces or hydrogen bonding forces in this presentation.
Intermolecular forces each have varying strengths of force between molecules. This list shows them from strongest to weakest in strength, with covalent bonds being strongest and dispersion forces being the weakest. Now we're going to shift gears from talking about intermolecular forces to dipole-dipole forces.
Dipole-dipole forces contain dipoles, which is a molecule that has both positive and negative regions. What's important, though, is that the positive and negative regions are actually partial charges within a neutral particle.
A dipole can also be a polar molecule, which has a slightly negative end and slightly positive ends, such as this water molecule here.
The definition of a dipole-dipole force is an attractive force between polar molecules resulting from the interaction of the permanent positive end of one molecule with the permanent negative end of another.
Dipole-dipole forces are generally stronger than dispersion forces, but weaker than hydrogen bonding. So, what molecules would be affected by dipole-dipole forces? Well, we have fluoride, hydrofluoric acid, and hydrochloric acid being affected by dipole-dipole forces because they're all polar molecules. However, carbon molecules like these four will not be affected because they are non-polar molecules.
Created using Powtoon.